Hello, hello, hello. What is up, everybody? This is Marshall Lee Couture of Marsh Makes Comics and of DonkeyJawProjects.com, the website. How you guys doing? I just ran up the stairs. That's why I'm breathing heavy. Let's see. This camera's all crooked. There we go. That's better. That's a better. Yeah. So, hope everybody's doing good. I don't know if I'll have any viewers because it's Halloween night. It's like the worst time ever to stream, probably. But we'll do something. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. We'll try to do something. Um, so yeah, hope everybody is doing well on this Halloween eve of Halloween. It is Halloween, right? I can't sing. If I sing that, I have a song that I can sing that is not won't give me copyright strikes. It goes, how does it go? Uh, how does it go? It's Halloween. I'm Christmassy. I don't know why. Fa la la la. Somebody I know created that song just out of nowhere, and it was funny when she said it. So, um, hey, that's how it goes. But tonight we're going to talk about all the excuses, all the excuses that I can come up with that that would answer the question why I do not have a career in comic books, including my dog ate my comic books. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm not really going to talk about that. I mean, we can, but I just had to come up with a topic, something for this show to be about, and you know, I went with that. That's what came to mind, and I went with that. Hey, this is cool, like a werewolf. It's Halloweeny, so I gotta put my face in there, or it worked, sweet, or give out my passcode. So I don't know. I may do some more coloring here. Um, I'll be honest. I haven't. Besides last night, I haven't worked on coloring this comic since the last stream, which is a shame. But I will say that I don't know if I'm enjoying the process of coloring, and maybe I just need to just keep at it. Do the best I can and see how it goes. Because I don't know. I think I have to at least try to get through one page and see if I enjoy it enough. But I'm just like think coloring comics might not be my favorite thing to do. I don't know about you guys. I mean, it takes so long to just flat out a page, right? So I don't know. We'll see. I guess before I do that, I should do something else. I was gonna share. I got this in the mail. I used to share stuff I got throughout the week, but there's not much that I've been getting these days throughout the weeks. But I went ahead after I chatted with Mr. Alterna himself, Peter Simeti, in a recent episode. I went ahead and checked the website to see if there's anything I'm missing. And lo and behold, there is stuff. I didn't have all the Wolf and Batsy issues. I haven't bought every alternate comic, but I've bought most alternate comics that have come out. This is the 80-page Milestone Monster sized. It came out on a Wednesday with art with a awesome cover by Frankie B. Washington. And it's hard to tell when you look at the actual printed cover, but I went to a convention and I saw him there and chatted with him for like over an hour. It was really awesome. and he showed me this original piece. And this is it's all traditional. Even the colors was done by I think he used colored pencil. I'm pretty sure. I feel like I remember it was colored pencil, but it could have been Copic. It could have been Copic. Could have been one of those. But it's really actually there's usually a how the artist did it thing, and I know there is in this one, and it's a little bit more of a detailed one. Oh, here we go. That might tell exactly how he did it, but he showed like they show like the pencils in here and stuff. It's cool. So yeah, it shows like the process. Do 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 do. So let's see if I can see it really quickly. Expression of do 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 do. Yeah, I'm not seeing. Oh, okay. I used a Micron pen, Pentel brush pen, Stedler color fine liners, Copic Prisma markers, and white gel pens. So that's what I used to make this awesome cover. So that's interesting. And he's a really good artist, especially when it comes to kaiju. He's like, not many people are as good as him at kaiju. That's for sure. And I love seeing the pencils and stuff up close. It's really cool. It's in newsprint, so in some ways, newsprint isn't all necessarily the best replication, but I still like it. It's interesting to see something that well colored in a newsprint, or that traditionally colored on the newsprint paper. It's not as bright and saturated. Newsprint tends to do that, but it still looks cool. So, yeah, anyways, pretty cool. We could go through this a little bit, see what kind of stuff you get. And it came out on a Wednesday. If you've never seen one before, some pretty rad stuff for sure. And I mean, it's all different creators. I'm hoping to get possibly Conman into it came out on a Wednesday or anything. It would be a dream of mine to get. Oh, here's another piece by him, by Frankie B, right there. Oh, look, they show all they put like all the covers of the previous it came out on a Wednesdays. That's cool. That's pretty awesome. And I think I have all of them. I could be wrong. And I'll say I got for the first time I chose because if you buy stuff at Alterna, you get you can buy a lower grade version if you want for cheaper. You can buy what's called reader grade, which I think is the lowest grade. If you want, if you don't really care about because not everybody cares about the condition of comics and stuff. I'm one of those people who doesn't care about the condition of comics. I'm not buying them as investments. I'm not buying them to sell them. I'm buying them because I want them and I want to keep them and I want to rifle through them and abuse them. So, I don't care. You can bend the comic however way you want, and I'm good with it. But I will say that these are supposedly the bad condition stuff, and I actually made them in worse condition by accident. But they actually were, to me, in pristine condition. There wasn't even any bad things in these, so I'm not really sure. So all I want to say is if you buy reader grade from Alterna, rest assured it's not bad. This is amazing. This work is holy cow. I mean, there's some really cool stuff. It came out on a Wednesday as a really cool anthology, and there's all kinds of different styles, and levels of skill and all that kind of stuff. So, and then this is Wolf and Batsy, which is a really fun comic as well. Black and white, but awesome. I love it. It's really well done, black and white, actually. So, cool stuff. Fun stories. I've read all the ones that I have up until these ones I just got. So pretty cool. So yeah. And here we go, back to making comics and talking to you guys. We got some people in the chat. Drew De Rose Art. How's it going, Marshall? It's going good. How are you doing? Chris X Strings, getting ready for Halloween. Cool. Awesome. Thanks for coming by, man. Devante Edwards. Hey, happy Halloween. Yes, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. So yeah. So I don't know. I'm curious, what are you guys up to for Halloween? Are you actually doing anything, or you like me just sitting here doing the typical thing that you would normally do? That would be, making comics, streaming on YouTube. I'm not really it's not that I'm not into Halloween. I'm happy to like do Halloweeny stuff from time to time, but there's no specific thing that presented itself this year, and that's fine with me. So yeah, I'm just kind of deciding to hang out with you guys. So yeah, I'm curious what you guys are up to. Did you do any kind of costumes or anything? Or, I don't know. If you were to do a costume, what would you dress up as? I submitted a picture of my chickens carving pumpkins. Um, I should actually put that like on Instagram or something. Maybe I will, because it's like, hello, I should do something Halloweeny. Let's see, I'll do it right now. Then I can show you guys the picture. Do 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 do. Here we go. Where is it? There's a better picture, but where is it? I thought there was a better picture. I don't know about you guys if you have Aldi's, but at Aldi's they had huge pumpkins for $4.99 each. So we got 4 of them. There's a better picture. What? Where's my better picture? Did I delete it? I might have deleted it by accident. And that's going to make me unhappy. Let's see. Maybe it's in messages somewhere. I know I must have sent it to somebody. Oh, yes, I still have it. I got to download it. Did it download? Hopefully it did. I probably have like 3 of them now on my phone. I know this is riveting content, but yeah, it didn't download. How about that? Save 1 photo. Why can't I save 2 photos? I might have to screenshot this bad boy. All right. Now I got it. There's always a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? That's what they say. Um, why isn't it working? I want things to work when I want them to work. Ah, there we go. That's it. And let's see if we can add more pictures. Da-da. And then one more picture. One more picture to the old Instagram. This Halloween. Or wait, no, how about this? I know this is super riveting. Happy Halloween. This year, we let the chickens carve our pumpkin. It actually looks even more demented now than this picture because it's still sitting there. Is that's not how I spelled Halloween wrong. So I'm going to show you guys this, of course, too. Do, 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 do. Okay, bam. All right, here we go. And now you guys get to see it once it's done being posted. Posted, posted, posted. Ooh, there's new music from my favorite artist, my favorite musician, Eamon Tobin. So here we go. Do do do. Is it gonna focus? There we go. Ta-da! Marsh makes comics on Instagram if you want to follow me. And yeah, so what you do is you just kind of like scratch the surface of the face into the pumpkin, and then the chickens do the rest because they like to eat whatever's kind of loosey goosey in there. And I don't know, maybe possibly some other animals got in there too, but it's even more carved than that now. Um, so yeah, there's another picture. And then these are all the pumpkins we got at Aldi's. That's how big it was in the cart. They were huge. So, mind you, I think oh no, that's a Walmart cart. I was gonna say, well, I think Aldi's has smaller carts, but that's a Walmart cart. That's a normal size. Yeah, I remember we got a Walmart cart that day because it was in the same parking lot as Walmart, the one we went to. So, yeah. So if you're too lazy to carve your pumpkins and you have chickens, let your chickens carve your pumpkins for you. Ta-da! And I sent that to my work because they're always like looking for pictures and stuff to share about what's going on in the company people's lives, and then they email people and show pictures and stuff. So that's kind of cool. Empyrean Vol says it's looking great. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. Chrisic String says taking Wednesday Adams trick or treating. Ah, that's cute. Nice. Yeah, happy Halloween. Yes, sir. Thank you. And Dave Hingley is in the house. What up, dude? Looks like you're already dressed for Halloween. Sideburns. I posted a video yesterday. Okay, cool. Awesome. Everybody check out Sideburns. Sideburns.com. Not really. It's duckling dot thecomicseries.com. I'm putting the link in the description. That's the Duckling Star comic one. And we'll do that. Mr. Sideburnies. Thank you so much, dude, for your support. Sideburns comic. Somebody from Instagram asked me if I could share their comic. I think this was like 2 weeks ago. I don't know. It's like you get these unsolicited like requests sometimes, and I don't even remember if I responded or what. But it's like I don't even know who you are. Like, like it would be like a lot of people I just share freely, willingly because I like to share people's stuff. But if I don't like even know who you are, like I don't know, like maybe I will, but probably not. Um, I mean, it doesn't, and if you're in the chat, I know who you are. Like, I might not know who you are, but like to me, like people who are, hanging out with me, cool. But like if you're just like out of nowhere, I've never seen you ever once speak or anything, or if I did, I don't remember. I don't know. Like that unsolicited stuff is kind of like I don't know what people expect. So, anyways, this is Sideburns' actual website too. Q Control B. All right, and it's trick or treat time. So, if anybody else is interested in sharing their stuff, I guess you could send me a link to I don't know, send it to my Instagram. I guess. No, I'll check before the end of the show and possibly share it, unless you share like some weird link. I'll have to check it out. I'll try to check it out. I don't want to be clicking on weird links either. Let's see. um, Face purple sweating. I still don't carve mine. I still haven't carved mine. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't really usually, but oh, you have Aldi, really? Oh, that's cool because you're like far, far away in a far, far away land. Interesting. Let's see what else is there. I got a new plugin that will help me make a newsletter. Oh, what's that plugin? I'm curious. I wouldn't mind using a plugin that helps me make a newsletter. I suck at doing my newsletter. Oh boy. Shout out to RJ Johnson for making the website. Oh, he made the website? He made your website? That's cool. That's awesome. He's a that dude is like an awesome dude, and everybody should definitely go check out what he's doing. I gotta find a link. RJ Johnston. Hmm. He's got a website where he posts his comics for free. He also has a YouTube. I don't know if he's um doing videos these days or not, to be honest. Um, I don't know. Hopefully I can find him. Like, he's a buddy of mine, so I know I'll be able to find him. It's just how long will it take me? Let's go to my Instagram on the computer. He actually works with the girl who drew this is drawn is he works, with her. I probably shouldn't say that actually, because I don't know if that's something that's announced. So, but I think he's working with the same artist. Oh boy. I can't do that on Instagram. Let me look him up on IG. I know I saw him post some art recently, and it was probably on IG. And then I'll find his links through there. Robert Johnston is his name, and being awesome is his game. Why am I not finding him? I know I'm connected to him. Maybe it's RJ. What did you say? RJ Johnston? Yeah. Okay. Art of RJ Johnston. Okay. Cool. So this is him. And he makes cool comics. Can we focus, please? Art of underscore RJ Johnston. And yeah, dude is worth your support. He's a hard worker. He's got lots of cool ideas. He's also smart when it comes to the tech stuff. Um, you know, he gets comics done. He's got a cool dog with cool shades. And yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find. Oh, there you go, zerocomics.com, spelled like that. See, I'll put a link in the description, in the chat. I mean, yeah, sweet. And you could definitely see more. Like, he's got like a variety of comics actually, um, at his website from last I saw. Zero Comics. That's pretty cool URL to have grabbed at some point. That's pretty neat. Oh yeah. Do. I guess I could screen share too. Let me screen share a little bit because it's fun to see. And I don't know. I think as of now he's done all of his own art, but um let's see. Robert Johnston comics. Trick or treat night. Let's share some links. Um Let's see. Do. Oh yeah, I wanted to share. I wanted to share El Screeno. That's not the right thing. Do. Okay. Share El Screeno. That's my, you know, fluent Spanish. Let's see. Share screen. Zero comics, baby. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So here we go. Peter begins. Is that what it says? My Little Skull. It's another comic. The Reverend. I know he's put a lot of work into that. So I'm not sure what that thing spells. Oh, Pelor begins. Okay. My Little Skull, The Reverend, Bot Rangers, and Gruntle. I've done some videos with him on it and stuff too. Hail the Villain. Read more. Do. Oh yeah. And he's got it at such a nice full big size and everything. And I mean, look at this. This stuff is cool. So, you know, y'all should check out Mr. Robert Johnston's work and read all about it. My Little Skull. And there's chapters. Let's see what chapter 3 is all about. Oh yeah, look at that. Give me my little skull. Oh no, run. So here we go. I'm not going to spoil it though for you. Let's see, what else do we got? Gruntle, beware the woods in Lammersburg. Oh boy, a boy disappears with no trace, and legend tells of a creature in the woods, and a girl named Elizabeth Rose believes they are connected. Oh, and you can sign up for the newsletter. Speaking of newsletters, My Little Skull, All Hallows Eve. One Halloween night, 3 kids will have the fright of their lives, one that could very well end their lives. Oh boy. Is this one yeah, we looked at this one for a sec. He's got the glowing red eyes. Look at that. He's fancy schmancy. Pelor, a true hero. Oh, we're supposed to read the descriptionis. No one said he was a hero, but he'll have. I suck at reading, but he'll have to figure it out. A witch and a couple of snake men have his wife. Oh wow. He'll do anything to get her back if he can muster up the courage to be a true hero. Wow, that sounds interesting. A story of a courageous individual. Cool. So yeah, this is Mr. Roberto Johnstono, also known as Robert Johnston, RJ Johnston as well. So check him out. You got to check him out. He's worth it. He is worth checking out. Faux show. All right, where are we? Where are we? What else? We got more chat here to get to. Let's see. Do. Oh, okay. So there's HubSpot. HubSpot is the free version, or there's a free version. It's a plugin for WordPress. Okay. Okay. I mean, I use the monkey one. What's the monkey one called? Mailchimp. I use Mailchimp whenever I actually do my newsletter, and it works fine. It's good. Well, kind of a weird interface, but still, if you can figure out the interface, you're fine. Dave Hingley, cheers, sideburns. Yes, cheers. Dave, do you have a website? Matthew D. Rice, what's up, dude? Long time no see. Good to see you, sir. Hello. So yeah, again, I'm just curious what everybody's up to on this Halloweeny night, and Yeah, we could talk about making some comics and all that kind of fun stuff like I usually do. Um Again, I don't have like a big like topic situation. Just kind of wanted to come here and hang out with you guys. Oh, that's not kind of the best way to do this, but I'll figure it out. I'm going to make it happen. Um so there. Um yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking of I'm possibly thinking of like maybe I should get somebody else to color my comics. Cuz I don't know if it's my favorite. um Although it's better than I expected in Procreate, on how to do it. So that's cool at least. Um and I'm also having a hard time choosing which colors, but it's kind of not that important at this stage because I'll probably go back and re-choose a lot of the colors anyways. So, you know, we'll figure it out. Sometimes there's some wonky stuff that happens with Procreate with coloring, where I'll do a bunch of selections and do a bunch of colors, and then Procreate decides to like unselect something, and then all the colors I just did go away. That's pretty annoying. Like that. It just happened. And I'm sure I'm doing something wrong when it comes down to it, but like sometimes that happens after I've done a bunch of work and it's like that's frustrating, especially if it happens over and over. I don't really blame Procreate. I blame myself, but I also kind of blame Procreate just because it annoys me and I hate that they don't have a way to stop me from doing stupid stuff. So, it's better to blame somebody else than to take responsibility yourself, right? That's what this episode is about anyways. My excuses for not having a comic book career. One of them is that my dog ate my comic books. um but no, I'm just messing around. And sometimes that happens, like my hand touches it and it's like I don't want to make that selection, so I have to like move my hand differently, and I don't know. This doesn't happen when you're playing with crayons. Um, so there's that. Let's see. We'll go with gold for some of this, aka orange. Oh man, that's not what I wanted to do. Ugh. Okay. Stop being. See, like you can't blame the stupid computer, when you're the kind of the stupid one. Um, but at the same time, you kind of can blame it just because you have freedom to blame whoever you want. I don't recommend it, but yeah. Politicians do it, so why can't I? Oh goodness. I'm a little bit if you haven't noticed, I'm a little bit silly tonight. Not like, I'm not drinking or something, but I'm just being silly. So yeah, I don't know, but speaking about dogs, I got a dog in the last couple weeks. Why did it turn that weird orange? I don't want. Oh, it's because I didn't go to the saturated orange. That's the one I want. Yeah, yeah, just like that. Yeah, we got a dog. The dog is named Bailey. That's the name that it came with. It's a German Shepherd. I should have picture of the German Shepherd on my social media. I'm not good at doing social media anymore. I used to be okay at it, but now I just kind of don't care. um, but yeah, German Shepherd girl named Bailey. She's really cute and really like smart and really well behaved. Uh, she came from Texas actually. This animal clinic nearby, went to Texas, got her and a husky named Iceman, a husky boy named Iceman, who, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced a husky, but I experienced it for about 10, 15 minutes. And I think I've experienced enough. I mean, she was a really, or he was a very pretty dog, is a very pretty dog, and I'm sure that he'll go to a good owner because they there was actually somebody coming to look at the husky who had previously owned a husky, so they know what they're getting in in it for. I don't know. But oh my gosh, they're so energetic, like too much. I couldn't. I was like, man, she's so pretty, but I can't. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that personally. Um, Nothing wrong with the dog. The dog's just being a dog and being awesome. It's something wrong with the human, which would be me. So you know, we ended up going with the German Shepherd, who was, like I said, very well trained. Somebody trained her well. She was a stray, um, who was being taken care of by like a homeless guy in Texas, and the homeless guy brought her in and said, I can't really take care of her. Um, so um, you know, this apparently this I don't know why this clinic brought went all the way to Texas to pick her up, because to me, like, can't they have found a home for her somewhere in Texas? Like, why do they have to go all the way to Connecticut? Like, but I don't know. Either way, I'm happy because we got a nice, awesome dog. Who's about 2 or 3 years old. Um, that being said, I'm not 100% lying that the dog ate my comic books as an excuse for why my career sucks in comics, but um, but it's really just a silly thing to say. Um, but the dog, because it's new, it probably, we think it was like sick, like I don't know, like maybe even just like a little dog flu or something. It wasn't COVID. At least I hope not. I don't think animals get COVID. At least that's what the experts said at one point. I don't know how true it is or what. I don't know how true anything is about COVID, um, because of all the silliness. But uh, but anyways, oh, I probably shouldn't say COVID. I guess you get in trouble for that or something, and on the social medias. Uh, but anyways, the dog was, we the vet the clinic took care of all the veteran things because they're a veterinarian or whatever clinic, and so the dog is like got its worm stuff and all its stuff, that it's supposed to get, but that doesn't mean there wasn't some, because we got her like right after they rescued her. So like the dog has not even had a chance to heal from whatever thing it might, be dealing with. But it got all its flea stuff and all its shots and all this stuff, and whatever, all the things. And so That's not what I want. Um, so anyways, we went out one day, and we've been mostly with her, and oh my gosh, she loves going in the car. Like she wants to go to the in the car all the time. Um, but we're kind of constantly with her. Uh, but we weren't, we had one kind of longer night. Well, actually, it wasn't. I don't know what it was. We were out a few times that day, and at some point, she had been having like diarrhea and stuff. But at some point, she decided to have diarrhea all over my studio. So we ripped out the rug and cleaned it all up, and the rug is still sitting outside. It was raining at the time, so I just threw it in the rain and hosed it down and left it there because we had to go. We found out like right before we were supposed to leave, so we kind of quickly took care of it. We didn't scold the dog or anything. The dog doesn't know any better. It's just sick, not feeling good. It's doing what it does. But you know, um, so that happened, and it did actually ruin some books that I had. So I just threw them out. But no biggie. That's not what's important in life. Um, so, but for the most part, we've been really happy with her. She's been awesome, and she's getting used to the family. Which she's been with us for this is the second week now, and yeah, really cool new person, new member to our family. So, and we're teaching her how to shepherd the flock as well. The best we can. I mean, shepherd isn't her name, isn't it? She better do a good job. Well, not in her name, it's in the kind of breed she is. German shepherd. Although shep I think means sheep, so not chicken. So, but she's gonna be a German chickenerd, I guess. So, yeah, I don't know. So we're excited about that. I'll get back to the chat in a minute. I just want to kind of finish up this little section. There's multiple ways to like color in well, probably every program really, but definitely in Procreate. One of them is this. Hey, it worked this time. So that was cool. But I don't usually. Oh, I did the wrong color though. I wanted to do this color, I guess. I don't know what the right color is, but that one kind of works. Kind of no, doesn't work. I don't like that color. What other color should I put there? Oh, you guys can't see the color because my stupid thingy does stupid thingies. Um, I don't know what color. Oh, we could do pink or, I mean, I could just go with this color, but that's what I went with originally. It's not horrible. Also, I wanted to do another color here, like a lighter pink type thing. Can do that and go bam. Oh, yeah. Maybe that's the color we're going to go with. What if we do this over here? No, no, that was wrong. I made a wrong move. I'm sorry. I repent. Um, all right, so let's get back to the chat for a minute. Let me blow this up so you guys can at least see something. I mean, I know you're not seeing like the colors the way I see them, but oh well. Let's see. Ooh, there's been some discussion. Let's see. Dave Hingley does not have a site, only stores. Got to get on that for next year, though. You have stores? What's your store link? I mean, come on. I'm trying to share links here. Don't be stingy with the links. Hit me up on Instagram or wherever you're connected with me. Hit me. Well, I don't know if I'll see him. Let me know where you've hit me up. You could also send it to marshmakesart@gmail.com. This is just while this stream is live. I'm not gonna like keep track of a million links and but while the stream is live, I'll try to get to them if you tell me that you've shared them with me. So yeah. Matthew D. Rice says, I am driving home from work for the next hour. Hey, brother, in commuting. I have to drive an hour to work and from work myself. And you know, it's nice to I don't actually mind it. It's just the time suck. Like I'm at work for 9 hours. I have 2 hours of commute time. So there's 11 hours of my day gone, every single day. That's the part I don't like about my new job, but it's okay. It's okay. I still like my new job. um, Driving for the next hour, thought I'd stop in and say hello. Beyond that, I've been up to turning my webcomic into a manga. Really? That's kind of cool. I'm curious to hear. I'd love to hear more about that. That's interesting. Um, how many pages to color? It's only 8. But it's taken forever just to do the first page. I mean, it's kind of my fault because I had her do like a freaking draw a comic convention with all kinds of detail. I mean, I didn't tell her how much detail to put in. And, she did a good job of picking and choosing how much detail to put in and not. Um, but now I'm going and coloring it and regretting ever making a comic about a convention. Actually, it's funny because the next comic that may be made takes place in a comic book store, which has just as much amount of detail, probably. So I'm like killing myself here. Um, but that's what's supposed to be, I guess. What's up, Paul Pate? Hi, kids. Hi, kids. Do you like violence? Oh gosh. Anytime somebody says hi, kids, that's what I'm gonna think now. Eminem ruined it for us all. Let's see. Matthew D. Rice. Can you tell the iPad to not recognize your hand except for the gesture controls? I think you can, and every time I try to do it, it like makes it not work like I want it to, and maybe I should try harder. But yes, you can do something with that, I think. Sideburn prefs, yes. And preferences, I think you're right. Can't delete comment because emoji button is in the way. Technology is fun, isn't it? COVID exists. What else is there to know? Well, I know it exists. I never said it didn't exist. What I don't understand is like the like how it works and what it exactly does and all that stuff because um I think that's the thing, like a lot of people think that like who get mad at people about like the COVID thing about like they say COVID deniers or something, I don't know. And it's like I don't think those I, I'm sure there are people who are I know there are people who are denying COVID, but a lot of people like well, I don't know how you could deny it. It's kind of obvious that it was there, but anyways, um, I think people question some of the things that were told to us because the things that were told to us kept changing. And I know they were learning, but is like don't say it in such a definitive way then say, well, we're not sure about this and that. I don't want to get into that debate, but it just seemed like there was so much it just got so politicized immediately, and like everything else does. So I don't know. I just hate politics, and politics and COVID were just a nasty mix. I disabled I disabled enable painting with finger and gesture controls. Yeah, but then I guess painting with finger, yeah, because um I still want to use, the gesture stuff. And maybe I'm just being a little like one of those like people who doesn't want to like figure out technology. Deist cartoons. Hello, what's up? Oh goodness, that had to be a terrible experience. Yes, it wasn't fun. Um, that depends on the books. I know, right? Well, I don't tend to keep too many books that I don't like. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. One book I was okay with. The other book I was kind of disappointed in. The the three book there was three casualties, and two of the books I was a little disappointed, but it wasn't a big deal. And another one of the books, it was like I was a little disappointed, but I kind of didn't care because I was reading it and I wasn't liking it. So, um, so yeah. Okay, folks, I got ahead. Happy Halloween, everyone. All right, man. Thanks for stopping in and hanging out a bit. Okay, here's my digital store. All right. Wait, where? Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Like the link, you got to send it somewhere else. If you put it there, it's not going to come through, man. It doesn't come through in the chat. You got to send it to me so that I can check it out and put the link, a clickable link in there. But I appreciate you trying. Coloring convention scene. You used muted colors for the background characters would make the foreground pop. Yeah, I know. I'm kind of well. Yes, definitely. I think that's great. Great advice for sure. Um, I'm also thinking about the thing where people just block out the color. It's just all one color. That would make my life a lot easier. So far, I've kind of done that, but I've also gone beyond that. So I don't know. People do that a lot of times too. What is it? There's like a term for it, I think, where you kind of block out a bunch of characters in one color, or the whole background is one color, even though there's multiple parts. And there's different interesting techniques you can do that kind of make that cool. Actually, that might be a good effect here because it would help tell the story more. Like if all of this was one color except for this one little spot, which is the character who's talking. And he's like the lonely guy in the middle of a convention trying to do his table and nobody cares type of thing. That actually isn't the worst idea in the world. Trying that out. But then I feel like, is that too little of a thing? I don't know. Is it cheating? I don't know. But I like your idea though. Definitely as far as muted colors in the background. And I think, I would probably do something like that. Right now I'm kind of choosing the right colors, but I'm probably going to change a lot of these colors as well. So, and Sideburns comes in with the super sticker. Thank you again for the support, man. You're always hooking it up. Once again, everybody, Sideburns, you got to check out his website. I already threw the link in the descriptiones in the chat. I mean, and I'll do it again. I'm telling you, I'll do it again. I'm gonna do it again. Watch out. Here it comes. Bam. I did it. I did it again. Thank you so much for the support, man. Let's see. Chris Strings. Marsh, what are your top two or three long-term goals in comics? Ooh, that's a good question. That is a good question. Um, yes, Dave, please send me. I'm going to answer that question, by the way. I'll try to at least. Asos dude, sendig you like. I just had to read it all weird like that. But so you're sending me a link. Okay. I wonder where. Oh, you DM'd it to my Insta. All right, cool. I'll go get it. I'll go get it. Got Gotta go to my job, man. See you later. Hey, Sideburns, thanks. Sideburns, we'll have to talk about this someday, but if you want, uh, you would probably be a good admin here if you wanted to. Let me know. Um, that would be cool. So yeah. Anyways, all right. I'm gonna check out the El Linko El Devo. And I'm gonna send it to myself through my phone because I have weird issues with Instagram and blah, stupid whatever. Hey, I haven't seen that avatar in so long. Um, let's see. Ooh, cool. If y'all don't know, Mr. Dave Hingley is a guy who has made a lot of zines, and that's awesome. Mini comics and very prolific, as I can see. He's even got a bunch of comics done. So I'm trying to get this link. How do I get this link? Not like that. Can I copy? Hopefully, it's a Gumroad link. Gumroad is a cool place to be, y'all. Let's see. Do. Wow, then blah, blah. Oh yeah, we got a dryer this weekend too. A $25 dryer because our dryer stopped working and we were trying to fix it, and we just happened to see one on Marketplace, so we're like, let's just go get this one. uh Anyways, I'll email it to myself because I'm dealing with weird technology here. So it's not weird. It's just an iPhone, but how do I send an email? I'm not that dumb, guys, but today I feel it maybe. do 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 do. All right. Now I got to check my email on my computer, and we will get this linkage going, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Let's see. Marsh makes art at gmail.com. If y'all want to send me something. Report phishing. I ain't reporting nothing. There ain't no phishing. I sent the link to myself. All right. Yeah, you guys got to check this out. This looks cool. I got to check it out, actually. I know I've been here before because I recognize Space Crash, the cover. So, yeah. But here is the link. Dave's Comics. Go buy some. Dave Hingley's Comics. And if anybody else wants to send a link, do it. It's special trick or treat episode. There you go, man. Everybody check it out. Let's do a little screen share. Oh, I just stopped the screen share. Okay. Let's start a new one. Do. Aniki Press. So here we go. Space Crash 1, Space Crash 2, Space Crash 3, and 4. And what's this? And 5. A silent sci-fi comic. All kinds of digital goodness coming your way. If you want to read some cool comics, go on over to this link and check it out, Mansoor. I don't know what a Mansoor is, but I just said it. So yeah, cool. This is not a good format to read it, and that's why you have to buy the digital so you can get a better format to read it. Let's check out 4. Do. Does he have more pages? Oh yeah, look at those aliens. Those are cute aliens. Dave Hingley's killing it with the comics. Ooh, I like it. I dig it. I dig your style, man, for sure. Cool stuff. All right, y'all. Check it out. Check his stuff out and read those bad boys. Oh, they're all silent comics. Okay, cool. Interesting. So if you don't know how to read, these are great comics. But also, if you know how to read comics, these are great comics. But silent is a fun technique. I did it once. Maybe more than once, I don't know. I think I did it once. But there's also silent moments in comics which are really cool too, even if your comic does have words. Excuse me. But I guess comics are usually silent unless you're like reading them out loud in one way, you know? So yeah, check it out, y'all. That's the place to be. Yeah, anytime, man. I'm glad you came by and we could share it, you know? So I did have this question. What are your top two from Chrisic Strings? What are your top two or three long term goals in comics? That's a good question. Um, two or three. Well, um, my biggest goal in comics is to write better stories than the ones I've read, than most of the ones I've read so far. Um, and that is because you know, I mean, I love the tradition of making comics and how like the stories kind of aren't always the best. Like not because they aren't the best, but just like I like the tradition of like this kind of storytelling that's kind of limited and it's not meant to be like the most amazing thing ever. um it's just meant to be a fun story, you know. A lot of American comics have been that, especially coming from the past and stuff. They weren't you know always meant to be um, literature said with an accent. They were more meant to be fun reads for kids. You know, at times. Now, obviously, comics have expanded to something much more than that at different times. Um, I'm not saying that's better either, like, um, but you've seen people take a more serious approach to comics before. And I don't mean serious in that like the subject matter has to be serious, but I mean serious in that they want the writing to have a little more substance, to be a little bit more profound, well developed and stuff. Because these things were dashed out, quickly originally, and that's fine. Uh, it's great entertainment in that way. But for me, especially like I grew up, reading Image comics and the stuff that the creators made before they ventured off into Image, and I love those comics. I still love those comics. But obviously they weren't the best writers. And they're not necessarily a good example of typical comic book writing. Their typical comic book writing, sometimes is much better than that and sometimes is at that level, we'll say, because well, I could say worse than that, because there are stories that are even worse than that kind of stuff. But for the most part, the Image guys, and most of them will admit to this too. I don't know if most, but at least some of them will admit to this too. They weren't the greatest writers, and a lot of them were trying to hire good writers for their comics. But in some ways, it was polishing a turd. Writing wise, I mean, I loved the art, and I know that there's a lot of criticism for the art from the Image guys, but that's what I grew up on. I loved it. I get the criticisms, but I also understand why it was exciting and interesting to somebody like myself at that age. And even at this age, I still am excited by their art. Um, And so I'm not saying like I'm criticizing, but it definitely left me wanting a better reading experience as a reader, you know. Um like I like the subject matter. It's just give me a better story, cuz like a lot of the stuff they were inspired by was stuff that I was inspired by, like, um Terminator and stuff. Terminator 2, like Predator, I don't know, just a lot of like one of the things I really like is like The Matrix, or like, some of the movies I can think of, or TV shows that I love have, you know, they're kind of the similar subject matter that a lot of comics could be, but the stories are kind of better. Um so I want to have those kind of experiences with my comics, with the reading, And so I don't know, I don't really tend to have like much of a profound or emotional impact with most comics I read. Doesn't mean I don't enjoy them. It's just I wish I enjoyed them more. Um, so that's one of my goals, is to take writing seriously enough to actually know how to write a really great story, and it's not, so I can say, hey, look at me, I'm a great writer. It's just because I want that kind of storytelling in the comics I read. And I don't see it that often, hardly at all. Like, um, one example I've come across recently, or a couple, is my buddy Fue Storm, also known as Lucifer Storm. He does Ed Gein Demon Hunter and Lady Satan, and he's got a bunch of other stuff in the works as well. His writing is superb, it's really good. It pulls at the heartstrings. It's good stuff. It's good storytelling, and he's a good friend of mine, and I'm looking for he's actually like helped me learn a lot, about writing and stuff. Uh, because we talk all the time. And then uh and then we got Dinosaurs versus Marsbots, you know, um by Gary Hodges, and that blew me away. And there's other things out there as well, but for the most part, even stuff that's known to be like really good writing, I read it sometimes and I'm like, it was okay. I don't know what to say. I'm not like blown away by it. I'm kind of surprised that people loved it so much, but it's good, it's decent. And it's like, but I see flaws, like pretty big glaring flaws, like often the clarity is lacking. One of the biggest things that like Scott McCloud talked about in understanding comics was clarity is like key. It's like king, having clarity in your storytelling. And so often people just don't know how to tell stories, that even sometimes there's like, even if the story as a whole makes sense and it's basically a good story, a really good story, often there's moments in it where I'm like, I don't even get why this is happening right now. Like what just happened? Why did that character do that? Like it's inconsistent. It doesn't make sense, and so I just want to strive for better writing. I want to see comics that are not only exciting artistically to me, but also exciting. I want the writing to really hit me. And so I want to try my best. I don't know if I'll ever achieve it, but I want to try my best to learn writing, take writing so seriously that I get good at it, and am able to tell a good story. So I want to do that. Um, that's one of my long-term goals. I have more though. I do have more. Um, I mean, one short term, but sort of long term because I've wanted to do this since I ever first wanted to make comics. But still weirdly have not done this is I just want to make one comic, like one full, typical floppy style comic that's finished and printed, you know? And I almost did that with Corncob Rob because it's long enough to be one, but that was more just like an almost dashed off kind of experiment. And it's not really me like sitting down and making the best comic I can. So, you know, it's cool. I sort of did it, but I didn't really do it yet. So, I want to get to the point where I'm making that. And that should come sooner than later because, that's kind of my new next goal. But that's it's not a long-term goal exactly, but it's a goal that, still will probably take me a little while to do because I haven't even settled on what it's going to necessarily be. It might be this comic because I'm thinking I might turn this into something. But weirdly enough, if this comic ends up being it, it actually won't be it because the plans for what this comic is possibly going to become is more on the level of like a trade paperback size story right now, and it's going to be broken down into 8-page chunks. um so it's kind of not really doing that still, but trust me, that's what I'm focusing in on though is making more substantial comics. I talked about it in the last episode a lot too. But I'm focusing on no longer doing comic challenges, no longer doing anthologies, unless it's like my own anthology of my own stuff. But I'm not trying to contribute like a small random story to anthologies anymore. Not because I don't love doing that, I do, but I feel like I need to move into kind of creating my own lane with what I'm doing instead of kind of following the anthology route for a little while. Like I've done that a lot and I'm ready to move into my own things. So nothing against anybody doing anthologies. I love them. I think it's an awesome way to get your foot in the door and get going. I think it's an awesome thing to continue to do at any point. And maybe I'll go back to that eventually, but right now I just feel like I need that substantial work to be coming out, that is like, and not that anthology stuff isn't substantial. In fact, this might go in. I want this. I'd love to actually I say that, but then I want to get into one of these alternate anthologies. So I may still do an anthology, but at least it'll be like kind of a different version of it. I don't know, but these are already going to be broken up into 8-page things, so I might submit it, to Alterna. Like I could possibly do anthologies, but I'm not going to do like, oh, there's this anthology going on, so I'm going to try to make something for it. That's what I mean by not doing anthology. I'm gonna just make what I want to make, and if it happens to be something that could be in an anthology, I may submit that thing not only to my own publishing, but also to another anthology, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Um, um, what happens if her eyes are green? It doesn't really make sense, does it? But I don't know. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Maybe I'll just make it like this purple color. Because why not? Um, so getting some kind of substantial work out for sure, but also I would like to get just the one floppy done would be nice. um, Other goals, long-term goals is I want to I mean, I really am inspired by the business model of IPs in general, intellectual property. So I want to get to the point where some of my creations are much more famous than me. Um, I don't really want to be the famous one. I don't want to be famous, but it's kind of part of the territory if you're going to try to get your work out there. But um, not that I'm famous, but to get some kind of be known somehow for your stuff. Um, so, but I really want, again, I want my comics to be the things that are famous, the characters. And I want to create IPs that have legs, that can go into other worlds, maybe, and I make comics for the sake of making comics. And that's where my work will probably always be. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't entertain, a TV deal, a movie deal, but those are, like, huge things. I'm not, like, even trying to go crazy with that. If it happens, it happens. That would be awesome. But, it's not that's not my goal exactly, but just also, like, other comics or something, or, like, maybe a little animated thing, or I don't know, like, I love the idea of, like, there's people who are like, they talk about, like, they're against copyright laws and stuff, and they put all their stuff out into Creative Commons and stuff. That's not how I think. I don't agree with that personally. Cool if you do. Like, I dig it. Like, I like the idea, but it's not what I want to do myself. I actually like the business opportunities that copyright affords us. I think that's cool. So if you create something, you can slice it in as many little slices and pieces of pie as you want. If there's a demand for it, if people are interested in it, you can slice it a million ways and kind of make some money from each one of those little ways. You don't, even your publishing, like, you could publish the floppy rights to one company, and then publish the graphic novel rights to another company, and publish a different version of the, like, there's like, if you're smart about it, you can control it and, like, really do some interesting things. You can publish the animation rights to another company, and this rights to all that kind of stuff, even merchandising and stuff like that. And it's not, I don't do this for the business, but I recognize the potential business there, and I it's exciting to me because, all right, so what I'm really saying, my long-term goal with this, outside of the creative side of it, is to prove that you can not only survive as a career in comics, but you can actually thrive. Because I don't think people realize the power that comics can have, because almost nobody has harnessed that power. Very few people have actually harnessed the business power of comics. I mean, obviously, like, there's Marvel Cinematic Universe and DC, and they're doing their thing, and so there's that, but I think it's even more powerful than that. Um, but that's actually one of the examples, you know. And there's other examples too, Robert Kirkman, Walking Dead. There's so many comics that have been made into, um, you know, movies and TV shows, and had merch and this and that. Um, but it's rare, that somebody's successful in that way. Uh, and a lot of people, I think, doubt that it's possible, or they have, like, weird ideas of how to make it work. Um, and I just feel like I've learned so much about marketing and business and money and things like that. And I haven't proven to myself that I know how to make it work. yet, but I think I have some good ideas and I'd like to try. I mean, I've been trying for a long time, but now I try now for me it's more of a fun experiment cuz I'm not worried about it. Like I'm not putting the pressure of career on me for comics, but I am still going for it because like I don't need to make it my career, but it still like seems like a fun challenge for me to try. So I'm gonna do just that, and see where things go. And also like if I do actually make it happen, then I can be an example for people and other people can do it. And I don't know, I would hope that would help other people to be able to do it as well. I mean, there's also like examples of people in indie comics, but some of them I think kind of harm things more than they help them. um, so I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and like name names. I'm not trying to like get into any weird comic drama stuff because I don't care about any of that. All I care about is the creative world and also just I am intrigued by the business potential as well. So I just want to find like tell my stories and I want to see what I can do with the medium and just enjoy making comics really. When it comes down to it, my biggest long-term goal is just to continue the rest of my life enjoying making comics and enjoying being part of the comic book community, um, and having fun. When it comes down to it, that's my real long-term goals, but I also see some of these challenges, and I think it would be fun to see if I can come up with some solutions, as well, in my own way. And everybody's solution would be probably different. So I also believe something that I've made a video about in the past. I believe nice guys can win. And I think there's a lot of people out there trying to do things with comics in ways that aren't so nice. And there's really no need for that. They're attacking people or attacking each other. And I mean, all the while you got somebody like Mark Crilly out there who's killing us all on YouTube with comics. I mean, you know, he's just a nice guy who's helping people out and making his comics and selling stuff. Or you got people like cartoonist kayfabe who usually pretty much stay out of the controversy, I think, from what I've seen, and they seem to be doing pretty well. So there are some examples out there of people doing some interesting things, and still keeping it relatively positive. Um, and that's how I would approach it. I'm never gonna be like this guy who's like talking crap about the next guy and like, you know, talking about my haters or whatever. Like, if that's how people want to operate themselves, that's fine, but that's not how I roll. I like people and I want to be friends with them. I've made so many friends in the comic book community. Like people talk about how negative the comic book community is and how all this crazy drama and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen it. Like there has been a few weird little incidents here and there with very few people from time to time. I mean, you don't get involved in the community as deep as I have and not see some of that sometimes. But for the most part, it's just been like I've mostly found a lot of friends. Like I mean, Dave Hingley, I shared his link. Like it's not, there's history there. Like I've been friends with Dave Hingley for a long time, and we did different like mini comic challenges together. And he did 100 days of making comics, and so did I. And I've watched his videos, he's watched mine, and um, it's possible I've even been in a live chat with him at times. I don't remember specifically, but I've spent a lot of time talking with these people in like live chats and stuff at times too that are like either private or whatever, or calling people on the phone or whatever. Like, you know, I've been in the comic community for a long time and I haven't had all these like all this negative stuff that I hear about sometimes. And I'm like, there's no need for that, you know? And yeah, so some people are making like a lot of money and I'm cool with that. That's cool. Like you did it your way, you did it that way, but that will they keep that money? Ask yourself that question. Like, are they going to keep that money? Maybe they will. Um, but I wouldn't be surprised if some of that money ends up most of that money goes into lawyers' hands eventually, or like they fizzle out or something. And maybe they don't. I wish everybody all the success in the world, but I just don't love the negativity sometimes that I see going on, and I just that's not what I do, man. Like I just love chatting with everybody, hanging out, making comics, being positive, supporting each other. Like that's what the group I've been involved in does too, you know. A lot of the people in this chat have been involved in in that those groups as well and their peers, to me. And we all just support each other and rarely is there any issues. And if there is, usually that just kind of goes away because that's not really what this community supports. And it's not like people like excommunicate them either. They just kind of they either go away or they start playing nice again or something, or whatever. Like if there's people that are having issues or whatever. So I don't know. It's been a good experience for the most part for me, and I'd like to continue that experience and just enjoy making comics and writing comics and drawing comics. Sometimes I'm not going to draw them, sometimes I will, sometimes I'm not going to write them, sometimes I will, that kind of thing. I enjoy the whole process. I love the craft, I love the journey. So when it comes down to it, I'm fulfilling my long-term um, goals as we speak, but also I do have some things that I haven't gotten to that I hope to. So, yeah, hopefully that answers your question. Very long-winded way of answering the question. But thank you for the question. That was fun to sit and chat about for a little bit. Dave says, "Thanks for letting me hang out with y'all, but I got to split. It's late, and if I'm not careful, I'll turn into a pumpkin." Yeah, I mean that's what normally happens, right? So you don't want that to happen again, Dave. Like the last time, oh man. No, I'm just messing around. But yeah, man, thanks for coming by and hanging out and making awesome comics. Dale A, what's up? I like Norwal's writing on comic book writing. Norwal's? Narwhals. Narwhals? I haven't heard of that. Unless it's like a typo but I'm not thinking of what the typo could be. Let's look it up. Narwhal. Narwhals. Writing on comic. I don't know if I really had to write it quite like that, but I don't know if that's going to come up with it. Oh, Narwhal was on was or is going to be on Peter Simeti's show, I guess. I don't know who Narwhal is. I probably should know. I don't know who people are, man. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know more, Dale A, of what you're talking about. I'd love to look into that. Um, I don't know what that is. I think now that I'm saying it and hearing it in my voice, like Narwhal, I do remember hearing of that person and probably seeing him talk in videos or something. Um, I just don't know anything about him. So yeah, I'm curious to hear more about that. Hopefully, it's sounds like it might be a good resource. So, yeah, I'm having a hard time figuring out what like the next colors are gonna be for like the next guy and stuff here. Maybe I'll steal some colors from another spot. Will this work? Oh yeah. Can I even make it work more? Nope, that's fine. How about this? Oh yeah, nice. Sometimes the drag and drop method actually does what you want it to do. And it's nice when it does. Oh, and you can continue filling. That's another cool thing um of Procreate, coloring with Procreate. I maybe one day I could get quick at it, but I am not quick at it. That's for sure. Maybe I'll steal this color. Bam. Bam. The drag and drop method, baby. Oh yeah. These cosplayers, man, they're just being cosplay players. They're players, man. Cosplayers, yo. Playa. Cosplayer. uh, all right, let's see. We got those little colors and those little colors. All right. That was actually a little more painless than I thought for that part. Um, I guess we'll kind of do this kind of thing here. What in the world? See, that's another thing with Procreate. Like, I'll start with one color and then it'll choose a different color, and it's annoying. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking about like maybe I need to see if I got comic colorist in my budget. Cause yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be the thing I want to focus my time on so much. I'd rather be like learning about writing more and trying to write some scripts, man. Cause that's like my main goal right there. In fact, it probably makes a lot of sense to just do that, you know, instead of trying to color this thing. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm having a possible revelation here. Probably not though. Anyways, I make comics about people who make comics. That's what I'm doing right now. Um, and I make comics like so many. I've definitely included like Expando a uh, has a comic book store in it. Um, and um, let's see. There's a character in Corncob Rob who is a comic book reader for sure. Who like it mentions it in the book. What else? I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, Darby Cufflink, uh, Avenger of Comics. That one's about comics. How many of my comics are actually about comics in one way, shape, or form? It's probably kind of cheesy that's the truth. That's what I'm doing most of the time. What other comics have I made? The Hitchhiker has nothing to do with comics outside that it is a comic, but um there you go. What other comics have I done? Attack of the Lizard Brain. There is a kid reading comics at one point, but it's not a very big. I think is he reading comics? Let's look. I don't even. I made that one a long time ago. Let's go to donkeyjawprojects.com. I should put my own link right in there. Anybody else send any links? Let me know. And I will do it. It's trick or treat day, which means I'll send links. But first, I'm going to put my link in there because, hey, why not? I should promote my own stuff once in a while, too. All right. There's my link. And we'll go check it out. Let's screen share. Share El Screeno. Where is my screen share? Oh, you know what? I just realized I didn't monetize this video. Oh well. I will monetize it, but it's kind of late to I should have monetized it already. All right, here we go. This is my website, donkeyjawprojects.com. There's some of my art if you've never seen it. And let's go to free comics. Doodle Game is about a guy who draws comics. I'm pretty sure Daisy Ted reads comics. Glyph is a graffiti artist. So it's like writers writing about writers, you know. I am definitely guilty. In fact, I need to be determined on like my next comics to not. Let's maybe not do that. This comic loads so slow. I gotta like totally change up my whole website and everything. But here's the last page of Attack of the Lizard Brain, or the second to the last page. Yeah, oh no, he's playing Game Boy. Okay, there's no comic things in Attack of the Lizard Brain that I remember, so that's good. Okay, cool. What other comics have I made? What else is there? Shop. Do I have it? I don't think I have any. Oh yeah, I have these digital comics. Yeah, so I don't know. I can't think of any. I don't think I have made other comics. Oh yeah, Janaconda. That doesn't have any comic stuff. So more than half of my comics have comic making material in it or comic readers or something like that. So yeah, there's that. I removed myself by accident. Oh, so what else was there? There was one other thing. Oh yeah, I wanna go and make sure that my thingy. Let's see. Let's monetize the video I'm doing right now. I'm turning monetization on as we speak. Because why not? Ah, there we go. Now it's on. Now I'm cooking with gas. Oh well. So yeah, I don't know. Am I still sharing? I shouldn't be sharing. I thought I wasn't sharing. Yeah, I'm not sharing. Oh, okay. I gotta just take this off. Okay, cool. All right. Chrisic String says, "Thank you for answering, Marsh. The writing in Corncob Rob and Attack of the Lizard Brain was great." Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I tried, but I don't know. I feel like I want to get better, for sure. Um, I'm pretty happy with the writing in this comic, actually. So I'm looking forward to sharing that with everybody. But I still want to get even better, Um, of course, like when do you ever want to not get better? Like you always want to get better, right? So, yeah, yeah. I think that's it, guys. I think I'm getting to the point where I'm tired, time to go relax, maybe have some dessert or something. I ate some food earlier. We don't really have trick-or-treaters who come here, so, it is what it is, but, wish I could do videos earlier like I used to. I feel like, people don't wanna come around this time of night, too much, but, it's okay. But usually I come with a video, every Tuesday, somewhere around 7, 7:30. That's kind of the earliest I could do it. I guess if I did it right when I got home, then I could do it at like 6. Maybe more people would be interested. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Halloween night and rest of the week. And we'll be talking to you next time. Thank you for hanging out with me. And yeah, peace out, y'all.